ahead.
Coach, we were talking to Devon. He said that despite there not being a lot of room out there, that you thought there were good things you guys did on the defensive side, and maybe you did enough. Well, from your perspective, what have you seen unfolding out?
Yeah, I didn't love our first period, the checking side of it. I thought we were dangerous offensively. I think we had 7 or 8 chances in the first period and some real good quality. But I thought we needed to get more engaged on the defensive side of things and on our breakouts, like play with a little bit more authority, a little bit more intensity. And then after that, I liked their game. Didn't like the penalties we took in the third period, obviously, when you're trying to come back in a game. And then we made a couple big mistakes, like penalty kill. That's a mistake on their first goal. Later on in the third period, we gave up a couple really good looks from the slot and the penalty kill where we were kind of caught in between and no one was talking. Obviously, the goal at the end, Marty messes up in the neutral zone and then the D zone. So I do think that there's some things that we can clear up there, but overall good dangerous offensive team right now. And I thought we did a good job on the rush and getting back above it, played with a good conscience, played way harder in the second and third than we did in the first. We just got to capitalize on a few chances. I think that third period, I looked back quickly on that shift, 4.5 minutes to go. We get, I think it's 4 really good looks in there, and we didn't get one of them on net. So it's just one of those days where I didn't think we shot well. But some of our decision making was good. We were competitive and we were going to the net. They'd been doing a nice job around the front of their net. But when you get a couple of those looks, got to put them in. And we hit the post a couple times too. So overall, I think pretty good effort, pretty good game.
Is it safe to define Mackenzie Blackwood as kind of a calming presence back there? You guys, obviously, they had that late push. They get that third penalty kill, and he still makes that strong save, and it just kind of felt like he was still.
Yeah, he's locked in. I mean, we have a chance to win a hockey game. I expect all of our guys to be locked in at 2-1, and the entire game. So, but he's certainly a guy that can bail you out when you make some mistakes. Like that penalty kill, we make 2 big mistakes, and he comes up big on both of those. Yeah, we just needed to keep playing, I think I would have loved a penalty call on the Lindgren hit, roughing. Would give our power play 2 minutes to get out there, still a few minutes to go, and then 6-on-5. I like our chances, especially after killing 3 in a row. But we didn't get the call, so you got to keep battling through it. I think that flips back and forth on a nightly basis. Sometimes they get they get you, and sometimes you're going to earn some power plays. I thought we did a little bit more to try and at least get that call, but yeah. Besides that, I can't fault the guys' effort tonight. That's for sure. So we're playing hard, we're playing well. Sometimes you just don't put the puck in the net.
Marty's a very creative player, and a lot of times he'll dance around those guys in the neutral zone. In a tight game like that, are you still encouraging that creativity? Or
I think he's got to be smart, time, and score. And that wasn't the worst part about it. Like the turnover, we get back, we're 3-on-3, but he lost his man coming to the net that scores on that. So, if you're going to turn it over there, you got to dig in on the defensive side of it, right? You can't let him go to the net and get a free rebound. That's what happened.
It doesn't seem like there have been a lot of games, at least in the last 2 years, where the ice has been maybe an issue, but given that you have such a talented, skilled team on a day like today where it did seem like guys were falling, pucks bouncing, is there any sort of adjustment that you make during the course of that game, or do you just sort of is what it is?
No, I think you got to keep playing your game. And I don't know if the ice was bad or not. That's a better question for the players, but you got to play in all types of environments. Both teams are playing on the same ice sheet. I thought our execution was pretty good tonight. It's a tough checking game for sure. That's what the playoff games are going to be like. And it's a fine margin for error. So if you're not putting the puck in the net, and even if you're creating chances, you got to make sure that your checking game is tight. And like I said, I didn't love ours in the first, but I really liked it as the game went on. So except for the one go-ahead goal, right? So we have to be even sharper than we were tonight in order to win against really good teams come playoff time.
Conditions are the conditions, but is the ice weird when it goes basketball, hockey here in this building?
I don't think that necessary, like that certainly has an effect, but our building and ice crew's done a nice job of getting the sheet ready for us. Like they cool off the building, they go to work on it, they work on it all day as soon as it gets changed over. I would say like the ice hasn't been the best sheet we played on here recently, but I think, with all the changeover, lots of buildings have that, and once a building gets cooled off, the ice gets better. And but again, I don't know what it was like here tonight. Didn't look that bad to me, but maybe it was.
Coach, when you have that kind of situation with that non-call on Lindgren, how much does that change the momentum for your team to try and just keep?
Well, the biggest thing that changed momentum is we took 3 penalties, and we could have like one's undisciplined penalty, Ross, right? Mac eases up on the back check, guy goes by him instead of staying in front of him. I didn't love that call because it's stick on stick. I think he's got an argument there. Sam, inadvertent high stick, it's penalty. The other one we put over the glass, right? But get 3 in the third period when you're trying to come back in a hockey game, that's what's going to kill the momentum. It's just that simple.
From your perspective, that hit on Ryan Lindgren, you would have liked to see a call there?
Yeah, I think it's roughing. He shoulder him as hard as you want. You could blow him up and put him in the next week. I'm fine with it. But, I mean, if you're going to take your hand and hit him in the head and knock his helmet off, it's a penalty.
Okay.
Thanks.